Guys, it's the 19th of March. This past week when it was warmer, I kind of went from little pond hopping or small lake hopping. There we go. Hang on. Gotta take a break on this one. Anyway, as I was saying, this last week I kind of spent the week going from pond to pond looking for some bass, and I did put a video up on that, or I'll have a video put up for that. But a front came through, it cooled down. It's now in the mid-30s. It's snowing every once in a while, or maybe the sun peeks out, but I thought we'd go for some trout instead. As we can see, there's a nice one right there. Put him back. The Game and Parks stocks this lake with trout twice a year, and I thought now that it cooled off, we'd give the bass a break and let's see what we can do with the trout. There we go. There we go. Man, there are some decent trout in here this time around compared to what we were catching a few weeks ago from last fall's stocking. These seem to be some decent little trout. There we go. Yeah, fish, there you are. Oh. Had him lost. There we go. Down again. Problem I'm getting into is my hands are so cold I can't hardly feel anything. I guess that's a disadvantage of fishing in cold weather. There's a decent one. Should go down. A nice little one. Whoa, he's a runner. Well, I guess it's going to snow a little again. Sun pops out, then it snows. But the wind is what hasn't changed. Sure has made it raw. There we go. Oh. There we go. Yeah, we'll get a hold of him here. Come on. Trying not to put the fish right in front of the camera. Well guys, all in all, we didn't have too bad of a day. Probably caught 20, 25 trout. Not bad for a day in the 30s when it's snowing. I did bring a few home. I always take a basket because you're going to catch a couple deep and they won't make it, so you end up having to keep them. Plus, I don't mind keeping a few trout because they put the trout in here in February or March. In Nebraska, by the time we get to May or June, it's so warm they won't live anyway. So, but I thought I'd take a minute and I'm going to show you how I clean a trout. Now, I'm not saying this is the way to clean a trout, I'm just saying this is the way I do it. So, okay guys, let's try it this way. I put the knife in at the vent, I go straight up, I take everything from the inside out, pull it all forward, cut off the head, and you got it all. The only thing you need when you're rinsing it out is come inside for this blood line in here. Just take your thumb. Got to take that out when you're rinsing them out.